Hello again, my friend. Thank you for returning to this quiet space of reflection. I want to begin tonight with a question that every sincere practitioner asks at some point. Why does my practice feel powerless sometimes? You may have chanted, prayed, or meditated for months or years. You repeat the sacred name with devotion, yet your heart still feels restless, your mind still wanders, and your daily struggles seem unchanged. You wonder, am I doing something wrong? Master Guang, one of the most revered Pure Line masters of the modern age, once said, if the mind does not align with the name, the sound becomes an empty echo. In those few words, he revealed a secret that turns mere repetition into true realization. Today, we'll uncover that secret together, the missing piece that transforms mechanical chanting into a living bridge between confusion and clarity, between self and the boundless compassion of Unveil. Let's begin with a story. There was a woman named Li Fu who had practiced reciting the name of Unveil Buddha for 10 years. Every morning, she sat before her altar, lit incense, and repeated Namo Metapho, Namo Amishpho thousands of times. Yet she confessed to her teacher, a master, I still lose my temper, I still feel anxious. Why haven't I changed? The teacher smiled and asked, when you recite the name, where is your mind? She paused. I think about finishing the count, or sometimes about what to cook for dinner. The teacher nodded kindly and said, then you are reciting words, not the Buddha. The sound is there, but the heart is absent. Those words pierced her like lightning. That day, she decided to change her approach and not to count recitations, but to feel each syllable as if calling to her truest friend. Within months, her heart softened. The anxiety began to dissolve. She realized that the name was not something to repeat, it was something to become. That's the first secret alignment. When Master Guang spoke of the mind aligning with the name, he meant that true recitation is not in the lips but in the heart. The sound is only a door, the heart is what walks through it. So align the mind with the name means to remember who you are calling. Miyaba is not a distant deity. He represents infinite light, the luminous compassion within your own nature. When you call his name, you're not begging the heavens. You're awakening your own capacity for boundless mercy. The second secret is faith combined with understanding. Faith without understanding becomes superstition. Understanding without faith becomes dryness. When the two unite, they create living practice. Master Guang said, faith is the mother of merit, vows are its direction, and practice is its body. That means you must believe that awakening is possible, vow to walk toward it, and act accordingly. Without these three, even millions of recitations are like waves hitting a stone. They make sound but no depth. But when faith, vow, and practice align, every sound of the name becomes a seed of liberation. Let's explore what this means in modern life. Imagine you're facing financial stress or emotional pain. You sit to chant, but your mind keeps spinning. What if things don't get better? In that moment, the practice becomes mechanical. But if you pause and whisper, even in confusion, I take refuge in infinite light. As something shifts, you're no longer chanting to escape, you're chanting to see clearly. A small change, from begging to trusting, it turns the sound into power. The name stops being a plea for rescue and becomes an affirmation of your inner light. Master Guang also warned against chanting with attachment to results. He said, if you recite for blessings, you may receive that, but you will miss the source of blessings itself. That is a profound warning for us today. So often, we treat practice as a transaction. If I pray enough, maybe my life will improve. But the true purpose of recitation is not to fix the word, it's to fix the heart that suffers within the world. When the heart changes, the world naturally follows. Here's a practice that Master Guang gave to his disciples. Before you begin chanting, take 3 breaths. With each breath, repeat silently. I release my expectations. I return to sincerity. I entrust myself to the boundless. Only then begin reciting. He said, even one breath of sincerity is greater than 10,000 hollow sounds. That's because sincerity aligns the inner and outer, the human and the divine. It makes the heart luminous, and light naturally dissolves darkness. Let's look deeper into the psychology behind this. Modern neuroscience confirms what ancient masters knew intuitively: intention changes the brain. When you chant mechanically, the mind drifts and neural patterns remain unchanged. But when you chant with full awareness, visualizing light, feeling gratitude, releasing control, the brain rewires, stress circuits deactivate, empathy grows, peace deepens. It's not magic, it's mindfulness amplified by sacred sound. The name becomes medicine not because of superstition, but because of resonance. There's another layer to Master Yin Guo's teaching, the vow to benefit others. He said, if your practice is only for yourself, its power will always be small. When you dedicate it for all beings, the ocean of compassion responds. This means that when you chant, you can silently include others, friends, entities, strangers, the suffering world itself. You might think this doesn't change anything, but in truth, it transforms everything. Because the more you expand your heart, the more spacious your mind becomes. A narrow heart creates 10, and a wide heart releases it. That is the spiritual law of resonance. Give peace, and peace fills you. Let's make this personal. The next time you feel overwhelmed, instead of thinking, I must calm down, try whispering, may all beings find peace, may all beings awaken. You'll notice an immediate softening inside. The boundaries of type begin to blur. That's the moment the name comes alive. Because the sound, Chmatuful, doesn't just refer to the Buddha. It is the Buddha when spoken with pure heart. Master Yin Guang often quoted a line from the Infinite Life Sutra. The Buddha's name is like a mirror. The purer your heart, the clearer it reflects. That means every repetition is an opportunity to polish the mirror. You don't need to force and light it, and you just need to remove the dust of distraction. One sincere moment of clarity can outshine 1,000 distracted prayers. Let's pause for a short reflection. Close your eyes. Bring to mind one thing that troubles you. It could be loss, guilt, fear, or confusion. Softly whisper, Namo Amechful. Feel the vibration. Let it fill your chest. Say it again. Not as a command but as an offering. Namo Amechful. Notice how the sound itself starts to calm your body. How the breath lengthens. I'll say it a third time. But this time, don't speak it, let it echo silently in your mind. You feel the difference. The sound has come inward. It has become your heartbeat. That's alignment. That's living recitation. One of Master Yin Guo's students once asked him, how can I know that my chanting is working? He replied, when you become softer toward others and more humble toward life, your recitation is working. It's such a beautiful reminder that spiritual success isn't measured in numbers, it's measured in transformation. If you can hold peace when others are angry, if you can forgive without pride, if you can smile at impermanence, that is the Buddha responding within you. Let's explore one more layer, the relationship between name and mind. The Buddha's name is like a tuning fork. When you strike it with sincerity, it awakens the same frequency inside you. Over time, the tishmathought outside and the awareness inside become one. The practice is not about escaping this war, it's about seeing that the pure line begins in your own heart. Master Yin Guang said, the moment the mind is pure, the line is pure. So every time you chant with mindfulness, you're not waiting to reach the pure line, you're creating it now. In the later years of his life, Master Yin Guang wrote a letter to a disciple who was losing faith. He said, don't seek great miracles, seek great sincerity. When the heart and the Buddha's name merge, all obstacles melt like snow in spring. That's the ultimate teaching. You don't need to force faith or chase visions, just keep aligning the heart. moment by moment. Eventually, chanting becomes breathing, and breathing becomes peace. When that happens, even silence resounds with the Buddha's name. Let me end with a small story. An old woman once asked a monk, "I'm illiterate and can't read the sutras. How can I practice?" The monk replied, "Just recite the name with your whole heart." Years later, when she was about to die, our neighbors said they heard her whispering Amatuf softly until her last breath, her face calm or as bright. That is the fruit of sincere recitation and fearless peace. So, my friend, if you ever feel your practice is not working, don't give up. Don't count faster or chant louder. Instead, slow down, return to sincerity, align your heart with the sound. Because when mind and name become one, the smallest whisper carries infinite power. And when that harmony fills you, you'll realize the secret mastery in Guang revealed long ago. True practice is not about getting to the pure line, it's about uncovering the pure line within. Thank you for watching this video. If this message touched your heart, please like, subscribe, comment, and share it with someone who might be struggling with their own practice, longing to rediscover the living light within the name.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the Soulmate Test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now. http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.